Welcome everyone. We got one of our final round 1 matches here. We've got just a few left. We've got Sardonic, Jester, and SC Warmachine taking on pddcm and Esper 51. Both these teams come in with a fair bit of clout, so it's going to be exciting to watch. Should be a good series. I do apologize. I've got my daughter in the background. That's probably going to be a thing that you're going to hear in some of these upcoming casts. I'll try and keep it to a minimum. But fair warning to everybody who tunes in, you'll hear a little bit of her. So let's get this underway. We're starting on Palace.
Start for Aura and...
Gonna turn down the audio just a little here. We are watching from Jester's perspective. So far we see the Faith Nature. It's got that turbulence, but it doesn't have anything to take with it.
Alright, I got Willow, Rian, Crawlers, Turbulence.
We may see him override it if he doesn't find anything to get rid of.
As soon as somebody picks up something for me, I'll... Oh my god, already?
A little bit of lag here.
Esper,
I do understand that Esper's been having a little bit of trouble with his connection lately, so hopefully it's sufficient for the match here. Right now, Esper's lag is
the only one I'm seeing
atrocious.
Like, jumping all over the place.
They haven't gotten into combat yet, so hopefully that calms down a bit, or they're able to resolve it in some way or form. That looks a little better. Well, kind of.
I just got a dark hole.
Breaks a flash hole with the crawlers. That's a solid idea right there. Still playing it slow for the moment. He's been able to hold on to that turbulence, which has been good. Dark hole out of Esper. Did not catch, for the record, the reincarnation. He still has that. Some blazing pressure out of PD, and the reincarnation out of Esper could put a hurting on him. Finally drops the turbulence for a fortress now that he has a shield on bench. Catches one blazing bullet. Trade about 3 damage apiece. Personally, not a huge fan of Fire Gehenna besides shield busting. I would try and get rid of the flash hole or the dark hole out of Esper. Catches that reincarnation from above. And another. They do manage to get a little bit of damage back on a PD. Trading fairly even so far. Most of the damage onto Jester.
I'd take something if they shoot at me.
Warmachine yet to take any hits. Also, Jester's playing without nameplates on. Make sure that several people in the comments let him know that he's a failure because he doesn't have nameplates for no other reason. Only the nameplates.
Pretty sure mine just went right through him. Oh, and he got hit.
Reincarnation hits real late on Esper. But he does take the damage.
Alright, we just gotta time this on him.
They're looking to time it so they can break that protect circle. Getting some lag once again. Esper providing his unique flavor. Nice dodge on the manual aim from PD.
Oh, he's got a flash hole? Fuck, I didn't see him move that up. Here goes my Willow, probably. Oh, no.
PD has the flash hole, but he chooses to use the protect circle versus the Willow. Tags another blazing bullet onto him. PD has been doing a lot of work with that blazing bullet so far.
I got his flash hole.
I don't know if I'll be able to convince her to talk, but my wife is here on the cast, able to hear the match now. Figured out how to do this with earbuds so she can actually hear as well. She's a little shy about talking though. PD's continuing to put in work here. Finally knocked off a blazing at the least. But connects with a flame sword, and Warmachine's taking 9 damage as well too. It's been fairly conservative so far though. Fire Gehenna is a good execute there, self-execute. Manages to get an extra 6 damage back on a PD. Brings this to a more even match for the moment.
That will definitely help.
Does it right next to Warmachine for an easy pickup. Looking to put a little pressure, 2v1 on a PD who backs up into a corner. Keeps himself nice and protected. Tech Circle also helping out there, but they are overwhelmed a little bit with the attacks. They're coming rapid fire. One does sneak its way through. Esper is going to get tagged there. Doesn't manage to erase the reincarnation, but he does block it.
Has Ice Sword.
Ice Sword is erased by the Iron Skin.
Oh, he still has a fortress.
Protect Circle not quite keeping up. PD's taking a little bit more damage. Warmachine, though, is out of attacks himself at the moment. Gonna have to back up and
oh, this fucking leg. Fuck you, dude.
Look for another attack there.
I didn't even see that second one.
That looks like it's actually a purple in his hand at the moment.
Fuck off, man.
Willow's doing some good work for
that was fucking stupid.
Esper there. A little bit of lag was a little frustrating there, but I don't think he had the aura to block that earlier anyway when he tried to double fortress block.
You still have the fortress?
Looking for some more of this flame sword play across the gap there, but I'm not seeing him go for it. He's had a couple of openings where he could have done some dirty dashes across the gap. Guard of Water keeps him safe. PD is moving in for some pops. Looks like that was a diabolical, so he'll be able to do multiple of those. Got a purple from Jester. I didn't see exactly what that was last time he passed my bench. Might have been a return to nature. Hyper Kick does take down pddcm shortly after he makes a pickup. Nearly ended it right there.
He's gonna try and jump down.
Take it out.
Esper
Nice.
leaves himself open for the reincarnation in the air, but that will give him the invulnerability frames. Goodness, invulnerability frames to make the pickup. We do see our first status of the match. A heat for pddcm as he tags Warmachine, makes a second pickup on Esper.
Yeah, he still just has the fortress.
PD's been playing a very conservative game, using defenses a lot more than his cartwheeling this game, I've noticed.
Who do you want to go for?
Been playing a very good defensive game altogether, but not as much dodging as I'm used to seeing out of PD.
Right.
Might be a little rust there, not trusting his dodging abilities and choosing to instead rely on the defenses. Nice hit there on the Warmachine, and there's the cartwheel out of the way, and 4 extra damage from the pole.
God damn it.
Leaves Warmachine and Jester in a fairly precarious position.
Yeah, let me know if you want to. I'll kill you.
Yeah.
Going for the execute. Actually drops the flame sword. Esper thrown out. That's Wings of Hope. Not Angel's Wing. It's actually useful. That's how you can tell the difference. Ooh, that was a good move right there. It causes PD to have to make a quick turn.
That was great.
Ooh, a nice hyper kick. Good fake by Warmachine on the first one.
Shit.
Oh, and a nice ice sword puts PD on the back foot.
Got that.
And he goes down. Esper could be going down right here. There's the ice sword, and there's the hyper kick. Jester and Warmachine bring it back after being so low and on the back foot there. Good closeout. The ice sword coming in clutch.
At least I started with the defense.
Brings us to game 2 now.
Yes.
Not the best spawn locations for Warmachine and Jester. Okay, he did get the boost mine. That's good.
Who actually got a lack too, so as long as Esper doesn't take a
Oh, picks up a shield at the last second. That's unfortunate. He could have gone for the Dragon Slayer and then lacked him, but
Yeah, like he was away
Esper
from it,
didn't
and
have a
last
shield
second,
until the
oh,
last
actually here.
second.
Yeah, that
And
laser
Jester is
up.
just getting tagged up by that laser.
Shit at me. And I'm not on vibration yet.
Trying to move away to get himself some
God
distance,
fucking
but
damn
the
it,
constant
yeah.
blasters
This is gonna be hard.
and slide lasers are doing some serious damage to him. He's moving back into laser range as well.
I got an Iron Skin, so I at least
Iron
survive it
Skin
now.
should help out here. The lower cost defense will at least help with the spam. Not to mention the shelter itself will also help there.
Oh, my debris.
A nice debris move there.
Got that.
Nice.
Unfortunately doesn't
Yeah,
pay any
well,
dividends. Warmachine's at least managed to quietly get himself up to vibration now.
Nope. Fucking
But so
high
is
damage
Esper
vibration on
with
Esper.
a stimulate on, and that is going to hurt.
Took Esper's shield.
Esper's shield is down, but I don't think they can continue to trade with the 5 damage vibration laser.
I got it.
Finally managed to erase
I
it.
got a
We'll
laser.
have to see if they've got enough left in the
That's not what I
tank,
wanted.
as they are down to single digits apiece, 2 and 3.
Yeah, he's got a fortress on him.
PD does take some damage from the vibration lasers. Esper moves in to try and finish off Warmachine. Blaster doesn't connect.
Shit.
Slide laser does, and he goes down. It's a 2v1 with a long pickup into a rough spot.
Fuck.
Dazzle connects. Will the laser? He managed to make the pickup,
Oh, I died right
but
here.
he's dead right next to Warmachine. Things are looking bleak, but they do make both pickups. Manual aims the reincarnation, not too sure why.
Fuck,
A
nice.
5
That
damage
fucking
throttle
blast
blaster
idiot.
comes in.
That's stupid.
More slide lasers. Does tag Warmachine. They're back down to 1 and 3, and there goes the 5 damage blaster. Oh,
my
and he
God, I
dashes
dashed
off
off.
the map.
God
Gets a
fucking
little
damn it.
too hypey there at the end of that one.
That was so fucking.
And that's 1 and 1 now as we move
my
into
bad.
our
Sorry
third
about
map. Looks like we are going to be moving on to lane will be the choice for Jester and Warmachine.
All right, got memory lapse and
Running a memory lapse
aura.
combo.
But I'm short for hanging it anywhere though.
I've
I don't
got.
have
Mephisto's pack
got a
should get
Mephisto's.
him
If I can get 2 aura, then I'll go
whatever
with it.
jump skill he's looking to use. I believe the skill
I'm good
jump
where it needs to
is
go to, so.
Yeah,
in key.
that's nice. Won't have to run through anybody.
double Mephisto's pack should give him everything he needs.
Yeah, not coming out in the right order. Fuck, I'm in Mephisto for a fucking aura then.
Actually has to get an R particle.
Alright, Esper's coming my way. Damn it. Nope, he's got fire behind.
Moving in
Yeah,
with
no,
that. The ice
that
sword
one.
does connect. That's
Fuck,
going to
yeah,
cause
that's
him
not
some
looking good.
problems. A very aggressive start for Esper. Does manage to avoid the ice sword for the moment. Avoids another. Now, can he land the exhaust? That's the question.
Yep, fuck, he's just slowly freezing me
Does
up.
get hit by another one. And another. Esper's
Of course, he
definitely
has to have
slowing
7
this
fucking
down
aura. Come on.
and putting a little
Bad
extra
shit.
damage. Remember, using these Mephisto's packs is already pretty costly.
Fuck,
And
yep.
he's keeping him frozen for so long. Esper really dragging it
I
out
gotta
with the
do
ice
that,
sword,
That's
living
late
up
for
to
me.
his namesake. Actually, he drops the Mephisto's pack for the Iron Skin. And there goes in memory lapse by Warmachine. Looks like they're both
Wow.
running the environmental.
Definitely got him to leave me alone.
Had a good shot there to land the exhaust, but doesn't go for it. Warmachine's got it hung, too. That is not somewhere that Esper and PD are going to be able to reach without their own jump skills. Warmachine's got a yellow in hand. We have to assume it's an orb.
Exhausted him.
A good exhaust also deals some damage down there.
Or get the hell out of here.
Looks like Warmachine used a Tiger Strength to get that reincarnation hitting a little harder.
Picked up a DBT. I'm an idiot. Definitely didn't want that in my hand right now.
Seven damage from the Fire Gehenna
That was
connects on a Warmachine. It's becoming a grind out game. They've got to see if they can deal enough damage and create the pick at the end to overcome this. Tiger Strength Psycho out of PD. Esper does have faith, so he should eventually have at least a reincarnation.
I don't have enough ore to keep my re, so I'm afraid to shoot at PD. Oh, he wasted his dash. Yeah, he doesn't want to use it.
Esper's got one too.
PD's playing it slow. Esper is back up for the moment.
Yeah, I'm going to drop this memory lapse. Looks like I need it.
Looks like he had Demon's Wing for the eventual hang. That's why he didn't want to use that second Mephisto's Pact. He didn't have enough aura to pull it off yet.
Say about you because we're both pretty hurt already.
Esper with a good hit there.
I'm going to try and get up there.
Fake me out.
Warmachine's low.
Damn.
Is that his Rian?
Yeah.
The reincarnation has come out for Esper. He'd have to land 3 of them to end the match here, though.
I could have taken
No
it.
matter what happens, he can make this pickup.
Lightning sword and took my flash hole.
Oh, really?
Advantage still to Jester and Warmachine, but we need to find them actually breaking out some violent changes and change the worlds if they want to pop these guys out, in my opinion. Esper still has the highest capsule count of them all on top of that. PD is making his skills count. He's hit most of his attacks that he's had to overwrite.
Nice.
But in the end, it's Tiger Strength Psycho. It's
not
not going to have the reincarnation. He's not going to have consistent attack pressure. This is eventually going to come down to a 2v1 of Esper versus Sardonic and Warmachine in the reincarnation race. PD takes some more damage there in the lift. When it comes down to this, especially on this kind of map too, eventually they're just going to have angles where they can hit you and deal enough damage. And Esper, even if he gets in some good hits, is not likely to have enough kill pressure by himself with just the reincarnation.
Fuck, I missed.
Esper does make a revive onto PD.
Or lag.
Uses his flame sword to make the kill.
Oh, he froze us both. That bastard. Oh, God.
Esper with a well-timed glacial
really
ball gets a double freeze off.
I was going to be like, damn, I gotta give it to him. That was fucking badass then. You're over there again. Alright, I'm going to start making my way back by you. I don't want us to get...
Jester and Warmachine doing their best to keep together. Probably the right call here. PD's down to 3 capsules. This would be the good time to do the violent change, although it's kind of inevitable that he's going to be out of the game anyway.
Alright, we need to probably push them then.
If you've got the violent changes, now it's time to go find them. PD takes the hit. It's a smart move. Jumping allows him to only get hit once.
Yeah, I dodged one there.
Oh, that cluster
God,
bomb barely misses. Esper was already dead, though. And PD has nothing in his hand. He's got to make a pickup against double reincarnation as a jumper. And he has no way to defend himself. We'll have to see if he can squirrel his way around the map to make it. Dodges one, but not the other. Goes up the stairs, manages to get away from both. What a legend. Makes the pickup. The game is going to be lost, I'm almost certain, but what a legendary pickup. Esper goes down again. PD makes another pickup.
Right,
Even manages to fall relatively lower.
Top, so Esper's gonna have to come up if he wants to get him.
Yeah, Esper's gonna have to come up. He didn't quite make it all the way down. Does kill Warmachine. Jumps the reincarnation. Doesn't quite manage to hit the second one there. It wouldn't have gone for the kill anyway.
Oh my god.
Hits
I
one.
walked into it. Fuck, this is not going well.
Oh, Agonies of Death comes out, and there's nothing Esper can do
Nice.
about that. Follows him up all the way through the lift, and that is going to be a 2-1 lead for Jester and Warmachine.
Until we actually started playing.
Refinery, our next match. Remember, loser picks, so this is the choice by pddcm and Esper for those wanting to keep track of map preferences for research purposes. Trades reincarnations early. We certainly didn't see enough of that last game. Glad to have it back.
Defense.
Yep, still no defense on him. He's got a Rian, not sure what he's got.
PD's got the early heat on.
Took the laser.
Loses the slide laser, but
He's got
7 damage is not a loss.
What the hell is that? Hyper key bullet. Oh, yeah, one of the key bullets. And Rian. Not sure what else he's got. Yep,
Flash Hole takes
Flash
his
hole.
reincarnation.
That looks like Flash Hole. I lost my Rian because I'm an idiot and didn't see him pick up a pizza.
Warmachine manages to keep his. Hyper kick and more flash holes.
Alright, I got a hyper kick. Come back. Try to harass him with that then.
PD still can't break that.
Shit.
Hyper Kai bullet will not break through the dark hole. Not even with the heat on. Ooh, reincarnation does connect though. And a blaster from behind. Does catch that reincarnation from Esper. Jester's taking quite a bit of damage, but he is eating those attacks. Kai bullet, backdraft bullet, and that's one down. Warmachine looking to make a pickup now, shieldless.
Right where Esper is.
Takes another 7 damage on the way in, but he will make that pickup. Oh, another one connects. There's the backdraft. Warmachine's down to 1, and they are putting on a clinic right now, just putting a beat down now that they've gotten through a few of those shields. I mean, they haven't even gotten through them. They're just putting the beat down anyway. Lightning Sword connects again. There's the backdraft for 7.
Going for the wrong one.
Warmachine's down. He tumbles off the map. 3 health, and he's got to make it all the way to Warmachine's base, which I believe is in the tower.
I'll shove the train.
Not a bad route to take. He's going to have to watch out. He only has enough R to block really once, maybe twice. Oh, and there's the blaster. Well timed and well aimed. A quick and dirty match for Esper and PD. Ties our series 2-2. Our final match is going to be Highway. What a horrible place to decide things. Not my favorite, personally. Looks like they're trying to hit a recall combo quick. Level Berserk, Boost Mine, and Recall. It's going to land the Level Berserk on a Warmachine. Gets enough RF for the Boost Mine.
No, I'm good.
Warmachine should already be good. He's up to 9, now 10. Very quick setup getting towards Vibration and Recall. I tried to work out a Level Berserk combo, but it just never seemed to come out as reliably as Boost Mines, but it does for these guys here.
Off to a good start.
Didn't seem to matter how many Level Berserks I put in. It never was enough.
Yeah.
Alright, I got a laser blade. I'll go up and try to harass them while you
Trans Laser Blade should allow for some harassment. We do see an environmental out of PD.
Like, damn, that's not a weird.
Not mortar, though.
We'll have to see what that is. I'm going to guess it's the Lunar Force.
Esper
Plus 7 speed on the Esper, still not enough
to
to dodge the Vibration Blaster.
My bad.
That's a little embarrassing.
Wow,
Plus 7 speed
dash,
and a dash.
What's that heat double?
What is this cancer that you have brought to my game?
He's got lightning speed. He actually pushes. Damn, I didn't expect that. Fuck, that's gonna be a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
That is not going to be fun to chase down, even if you do have the advantage in fights.
Oh, fuck, all I had is laser blade, so I guess I'll dig.
PD takes a little bit of damage there, but he's trying to trade back on a Warmachine across the map. Looks like Vibration Laser versus Vibration Laser currently. Esper still too fast for the lasers.
Nice.
Or should be too fast for the lasers. He eats one anyway, just to prove me wrong. Doing his best to try and shoot over the wall there. Not quite able to connect. Looks like Esper has dropped the lightning speed.
Oh, wow, yeah, watch out from above.
And maybe that +7 speed was doing something for him, because now he's just getting beat up. Not sure where that arsenal's headed in the end. That much speed, possibly Dance of Death? With the Psycho, could be Psycho Burst, I suppose.
Lasers.
We haven't really seen him play his hand yet. PD, however, laying down some good cover fire, manages to get some of that pressure off of him.
I took a re-in for absolutely no reason.
Some more lasers coming in. Esper is in one-shot territory to the Vibration Blaster, but he's at +4 now.
Fuck,
And he has the dash. Doesn't quite erase that reincarnation from PD. Esper has moved in. Looks like they're playing for the combo. It is the Psycho Burst, and that's big now that he hits it. 11 damage brings us down to one-shot territory for Warmachine and Jester. Just need to keep playing it smart. Warmachine goes down, not even being pressured by PD. Just straight up eats the attack from Esper. It's a quick pickup, though. But he is stuck in the 2v1, and he's going to have to be careful. Oh, my goodness, that Psycho Burst. That was...
Yeah, watch out for that vibration.
That was a barrier defense right there, is the best I can say for that. Barriers sometimes will do you dirty.
I wanted to.
It looked like it went just around the side of it.
Going down.
I swear, sometimes they'll block things that are behind you, and then other times stuff that's, you know, at a 45-degree angle from you, it'll just let it right on through. Barriers are almost as much of a mystery as Angel's Wing sometimes. Perhaps a tad bit more reliable, but a mystery nonetheless. Yeah. And PD is shooting L-bombs in a tournament match.
I got a flash hole. Hope I can
Nobody knows why, but it's happening. And Warmachine goes down to the reincarnation from above. Flash hole could be really good here if he can catch that blaster, leaving him with just the L-bomb. Esper is going to be revived at 10. It's a good call there. Nice block there. Guess he still has the reincarnation in hand, so he still has a reliable attack to try and combo with that Psycho Burst.
Going even more speed. It's coming up to you.
Still in one-shot territory, no matter what happens.
Flash hole on PD.
Even after revives, they are at higher than 10 aura, so they will die in one shot to any Psycho Burst that connects. That's got to be the win condition. Esper manages to get another one, 1v1, not under pressure from PD once again.
Fuck. God damn it, and I showed him.
Esper uses it early. Should have waited for him to block something else. Warmachine's back up at 3. Loses the Vibration Blaster.
Nice.
They're playing it real close here. Esper and PD have had the upper hand for quite a while now, but they are not out of contention. They just need to chip one of these guys down and force the pick on the pickup. Warmachine takes his 3rd or 4th Psycho Burst of the game.
That was brutal.
Doesn't manage to take that. Esper takes a little bit more damage. He's up to the +6 speed.
So fucking close. Give me a laser.
Yeah, I'm
Sardonic Jester playing a Faith Optic Arsenal and no Armoros in there. Could be super impactful if he was able to hit it. Not even bothering to dig indicates to me that he doesn't have one.
Right there for it.
Letting somebody get away with +6 speed is almost a crime these days.
Damn, I'm jealous. I wish I had a laser.
In the decider match, putting down some pressure. He does lose that vibration laser. Esper decides to make the pickup, brings PD back at 10. Coming down to the wire here. We got 3 minutes for them to resolve this match, staring at each other from across the way for the moment. Lots of reincarnation coming out there, none connecting.
Yep.
PD with a nice cartwheel. Esper is now up in the mix, trying to hit that. Gonna take a reincarnation for free, though. He's now down in one shot to anything. He's at 1 health. PD's got to get up here and start making some openings for him. Jester goes down to it. Warmachine goes down to a reincarnation, trying to make the pickup, and now Jester is left with a cross-map pickup versus a reincarnation partnered with
Fuck, God damn
a
it.
vibration blaster, not even with the Psycho Burst. Vibration blaster is enough to break through, and that's going to be the 3-2 victory for PD and Sardonic Jester in what is easily our most exciting and closest match of round 1.